They called them witches. But witch has meant many things across centuries. Healer, midwife, heretic, mystic. In Europe, they were the women who knew too much. In Brazil, they became the women who remembered. And today, I want to take you on a journey to show you how the fear of women's knowledge crossed the ocean. Hi, I'm Ariane Saltoris, and this is Holes in the Forest. In this channel, I share with you stories of folklore, of women's history, Gothic fiction, most specifically, and all things eerie that we love so much. If this is a topic that interests you, then welcome to Holes in the Forest. Let's get started with our series about witches. This is our Halloween special, but I wish I could walk like this every day. Between the 15th and 18th centuries, nearly 100,000 people were tried for witchcraft in Europe. Most of them were women, widows, herbalists, or simply those who didn't fit the mold of obedience. The Malleus Maleficarum, printed in 1487, was their death sentence disguised as theology. It told judges that women were more easily seduced by evil, that their curiosity was sin. Knowledge for women was heresy. And yet, beyond the courts, another story was being whispered. In the villages, witches were protectors. They blessed newborns, healed fevers, spoke with the dead. The only religion of the land still breathed in them. The goddess returned to saints, the spirits renamed as demons. When Christianity spread, the sacred feminine didn't vanish. It simply went underground, hiding in the forests, in the kitchens, in charms passed from mother to daughter. Then came the ships. Portuguese colonizers carried not only the cross and the sword, but also fear of witchcraft. The Inquisition followed them to Goa, to Angola, and to Brazil. But something changed here in the tropics. In Europe, witchcraft has been the language of rebellion. In Brazil, it became the language of memory and survival. The first women accused of sorcery in colonial Brazil were enslaved Africans and indigenous healers. They mixed Catholic prayers with ancient songs and forest medicine. To the church, this was heresy. To the people, it was hope. The line between saint and spell blurred, and faith became something the colonizers couldn't fully control. There is one story I think of a lot, and in 1591 in Bahia, Brazil, a woman named Luzia Pinta was denounced for witchcraft. They said she danced naked, naked around the fire dancing, calling on the devil, and all those stories we heard about witches from everywhere. It happened to her too. But in her own words, she was healing the sick, calling on the orishas and the saints at once. The Inquisition couldn't comprehend a woman's knowledge that didn't belong to their books. And it happened to her what happened to all of them. Her testimony still sleeps in the Torre do Tombo archives in Lisbon. You can almost hear her voice in the ink. You know, I think of her calm, proud, unbroken. These records, written by men who'd feared her, are the only reason we know her name. And through her story, we see it, how witchcraft became the meeting point of worlds, Indigenous, African, and European. When the European witch crossed the ocean, she didn't vanish. She transformed. The healer of the Black Forest became the curandera of the Atlantic jungle. The spells once whispered in Latin now spoke Yoruba and Tupi. And through those women, Brazil inherited not fear of the witch, but her endurance. Every time we call a woman a witch today, we echo that long history, a chain of knowledge and resistance that came from Europe, from Africa, that belonged to the women that were native to the land. The witch is not a villain. She's a witness of what the world tried to silence but couldn't. And maybe that's why she haunts us. Not because she was evil, but because she was free. This was a brief introduction of what is to come. And if you love the subject of witches, of free women, of spells and healers and folklore, all around this mythical creature that inhabits our imaginary till this day, then stay with me and come for more. This is Holes in the Forest. Don't forget to subscribe and follow Caipora Books on social media. See you in the next video.